Hi, thanks for joining me on another talk and another blessing I want to share with you. Now, this talk, it's called Don't Be Against Yourself. Because people say that sometimes as you go through life, there'll be enough people against you without you being against yourself. So let's just look at maybe a verse or so from the Bible. Now, we know in general, just like set a stall out, obviously, of course, the Bible teaches us to be humble, depending on God, admit you're a sinner, be teachable, ready to learn, be humble. And of course, we want to move away from, it's like selfishness, self-centeredness and pride. Well, I'm too good for God and everything has got to revolve around me. When people are self-centered and they're proud and arrogant, of course, yes, nobody wants that. And of course, there's plenty of Bible teaching, isn't it, on there that God opposes the proud and gives grace to the humble. So we always need to have this humility as a fruit of the Spirit in our lives. I admit that we're weak when I am weak, I am strong. Now, I believe it's possible, in a sense, to go to the other extreme, because errors quite often, they come in opposite pairs. So, of course, one error is like being arrogant and proud. But on the other side, it's possible to just obviously do yourself down and just be against yourself, almost kind of be in conflict within yourself, where you don't forgive yourself because maybe you know you've done something wrong and you just see yourself as being worthless. There's no hope for me, I may as well just give up now because I'm just useless. And that's the other thing. And then what happens, you're kind of divided within yourself. You can be against yourself. Now, the Bible verse I would like to share is when Jesus, well-known verse, Matthew chapter 22, end of verse 39, isn't it? Jesus talks about, and love thy neighbour as thyself. Yet, Jesus wants us to love our neighbour. He also wants us to love ourselves, isn't it? So it's like a comparison. Love your neighbour as you love yourself. So because Jesus wants you to love your neighbour very much and help them and be for them, well, he obviously, logically, Jesus must want you to be for yourself and not against yourself. So stop, if you're beating yourself up, yeah, we get it wrong. Yes, when you get things wrong, be prepared to learn from your mistakes. Maybe put things right with other people. Admit it when you're wrong. Maybe ask for forgiveness in that. Obviously, put things right with God. Yeah, do that. Admit that wrong, that we need God. But don't go to other extreme where you're always beating yourself up. You're saying, oh, I'm just useless, I'm just rubbish. And then you start kind of, it's even possible for people to kind of like loathe themselves. So if you're doing that, I would say, please don't. Come back to the Bible. Just know the love of Jesus for you, even though we all get it wrong. We can all know the love of Jesus, and then he'll help us just to live his way. But please don't be against yourself. And I'm saying this to myself because I've had lots of regrets about maybe things that went wrong in the past. I thought, well, I should have said this, or I shouldn't have gone there. I should have done this, or I shouldn't have said that. I've got plenty of them. I'm just having to come before God to say, Lord, please just let me know your peace, even though I shouldn't have done them. I've learned the lesson. I want to move on. So if you're like that, because I think we'll all have regrets, be for yourself. Accept Jesus' love for you. Jesus loves you. You start loving yourself. Let that love flow out to others. Then you can love your neighbour as yourself and know God's blessing. Okay, thanks for watching, and God bless you.